this leads into the hospitals, where I would be in the hospitals, but they're in the hospitals. So they don't want stuff to be known, you know? And so they're, for example, like, they wouldn't take me to the back or anything, like, but there's like problems in the hospital as well. And then these people in the hospitals have problem with other hospitals, for example, like they don't get along or something, from what I perceived. And then, so I didn't even go back into the hospital, actually. I just pulled up to the front and they gave me what I knew I fucking needed, bro. Some solution or whatever they hit me with. And I'm like, okay, good, okay, I'm gonna fucking keep going. Like, I know y'all know what the fuck is going on. And then, so I almost died out there, actually. I could feel it. Like, it was, like, really bad. Like, I shut down entirely. It's not, I don't know how to say it. Like, I was, like, literally fighting death, dude, like, on the brink of it. Like, it was a lot of weight. For example, the fact that I suffocated myself and induced a blood clot shows you, like, my pain tolerance. Like, I'm killing myself out here to figure out what's going on. And all the while, I'm playing my music, too. Like, and a lot of the time, I would play Yeet. Yeet was, like, that's my guy. And I have this idea that he was, like, this guy in Richmond, but I'm not totally sure. It says he's from California, but all this shit they say online and everything is like, fraudulent. Sometimes. Not all the time. Actually, having an insignia on your AI or whatever, it makes it stronger, to where you have a stronger connection with it. And so, but yeah, I perceived the guy, this Yeet guy, I perceived him later to be the guy who came out of the time zone, and that he was speaking to me through the music somehow. And this is the guy, I'll get into that later. That was a weird part too. I'm gonna stay in the charger. And so I make it through, and then I go down towards Delaware and Maryland, and then Andrea lives in Maryland, and the Sutherlands are in Maryland, and then I had a connection with them there, and I actually pulled up at their house at a certain point, and she's married to this is an interesting part too. She used to be somewhat engaged with some ex-military guy, and is now engaged with another military, and I think they're married, like a military guy. This could have been the guy, for example. And this was out in Delaware, and then it's Maryland. You know what I mean? There's like the bridge right there. And then I started looking, I mean, every single hotel I went to, there was something else, you know, they're like talking to you and there's some lesson to be learned. For example, dude, like our names are on the map. You know what I mean? Like, and in these places like Salisbury and Princess Anne. And that's as far as I got, actually. And I never felt any pressure, unlike the pressure in Delaware. And again, I almost died again. I actually perceived that I did die. I perceived that my heart stopped, because I had to stop the car. And then I remember talking to my father on the phone, and he was like, I'm like, dude, I'm dying. Like, literally, like it's, and they're like, they just like don't care. You know what I mean? I still remember what he said, and I have no clue what's going on. You can imagine what is going on is not what I perceive happening, but this is what I perceive happening. And so he's on the phone, and he tells me, he's like, where'd you leave the car? You know, where'd I leave the car? I just told you I'm fucking dying. Go get the car. I'm like, dude, what the? Never talk to me again, dude. And so that's why I think, and I have an idea that it was a beef between my Uncle Blake and my dad. And they're idiots, dude. Like, they're idiots. Like, they shouldn't have any beef. I don't know where their beef comes from exactly, but like, there's no need for it at all. Like, in my experience and everything we've ever been through, I think they're still angry about this time. Like, I spit on Andrea at some point. Like, dude, why do you think I'm doing these things, bro? He's like the black sheep of the family. He's like fucking retarded, bro. Who spits on somebody, let alone their cousin, bro? Like, you're retarded. Like, the kid's retarded, literally. I had a ton of problems when I was younger. I was like 10 years old or 12. They're like still beefing over that. Can you imagine? Nothing worthy of fucking beefing over. Not like this. Put people's lives at risks and all this shit. Now, that's actually, I say it out loud, and I think that might be what it was. That could be one thing right there. I actually later kind of figured that out. I connected in West Virginia. That was like that's where I came from to make it here. But I digress. I'm in Delaware, and I felt a connection with also, this is very important, my great uncle Carl lives in Maryland. He like is God. Like, you can imagine, he's like Gramps. Like, he's like OG lawyer, bro. He's like Gramps is OG doctor, and he's OG lawyer. He's a judge, actually, I think, or not a judge, but I don't know. At that point, bro, you're that old and stuff. You're like a god, especially like after seeing what I've seen, I can only imagine. And I felt a connection with like Luke. And then at the time they were hiking. They were like hiking together, right? And I remember when they were hiking, that's when I found out, like, my mom didn't say about how I was doing DoorDash. And I could hear it in the background. And they were like, I think it was Uncle Dave. He's like, he was doing DoorDash. What the fuck? Not funny. But you can imagine that's how they connect. You know, they go out into the wilderness and they be together, you know, and that's how they're connecting out there. And I'm dying. And so here I am. I'm in Princess Anne. Just came from Salisbury, and I remember being at the airport in Delaware. Like, dude, it was hard to even walk. It was hard to even breathe. And there was this guy there, the airport guy, but this dude was like the president or something. Like, he was like I was like, it felt weird. Like, I was like playing chess with him or something, but like, nah, like, it was like everything about it was like, this guy was like, I think his Cal was his name or something. That guy was something else. The area was something else. When I say I felt I never felt any pressure like in Delaware. Like, I literally couldn't get around. I couldn't drive. I had to stop. And then there I am, I'm dying in this hotel. And like, I perceived my heart stopped, and then I'm like connecting with the Indian guys there, and I'm like, I remember I was crying, dude. I'm just crying. Like, I'm like, dude, like, I can't believe this shit. I don't know what to do. And the Indian family could feel me, you know? They're like, dude, I'm so sorry for you, yo. Like, because they're just always there, you know? These people are here for you. They're like, it feels like they're there for me, but they're like, dude, like, this is not, I don't know, you know? You know, it's complicated. It's gotta be, right? It's like some big, makes my eyes break. Played like some bird sounds, and I tried to like calm down. And granted, I'm dying, dude. Like, I'm dying. I actually still perceive that I died. Like, I think my heart stopped there.